For sure,
Yeah.
because like everybody knew from 8th grade to 9th grade, like, hey, you know, Mary can hoop, yada yada yada. I think she's gay. You know,
I think she's gay.
I think she's a lesbian.
Yeah.
You know, and like my best friend at the time was like, mm-hmm. And so she found out that the book was being passed around, and I remember we were at lunch, and I sat down at the table, and I couldn't find it. And then he walks up with it after like half of the high school had already read it, and I snatched it out of his hand, and at that point, I went into like what I would call like the shameful phase, because I felt like my definition, my story was being passed around. And then with each person that got the story, they added words. They added words to my story. They added words to my sexuality. They added characters and memes and all this other things that made the story so negative to where my mom had to know what was going on. Like, she had to come into high school, and here's the book.
So did you go home and you were like, Mom, this is what's happening?
I got in trouble because I was so mad. And like, I used to fight, okay? So I got so mad. So by the time she got the call from the principal brings her into the office, and she's reading the book to my mom. Like, this is what we found. This is what was going on. My mom's sitting there just like you. And like, I'm talking about, it was horrible.
Oh my.
Like, quoting like all kind of Pretty Ricky lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Like,
my
just
gosh.
like embarrassing. My mom sitting there looking at me. I'm looking away because I don't want to make eye contact.
Yeah.
That was the turning point where I started to be a little bit more masculine, because I felt like I had to defend that. You know, I had to defend that. I had to be, I mean, the whole school knows at this point. My mom knows. The whole fucking administrative staff knows.
Yeah.
So not only am I angry about it because of how it came out, not because of my family not being supportive or loving me, but because of the community in which they took my story from me. At that point in time, I became angry behind coming out. And I had to present masculine. I had to do these certain things. I was very angry. I was not happy about it because I felt like so many whispers were stories that had been filtered through other individuals that was not my own. And that was when I was like, okay, cool, we're going to do this. I'm going to be masculine. I'm going to dress masculine. I'm going to walk out the house in girl clothes. But by the time I get to first hour, I got a full-on fit. You know what I mean?
So how was the conversation with you and your mom on the way home? Like,